approval for that.
All right, so we having this debate here, you know, right now. We already kind of somewhat,
And that's on the issue of race. That means that if it's the issue of sex, then it's going. When we're talking about what they're teaching boys and what they're teaching girls in school. Now that's going to be sex is going to be the fault line.
Mm-hmm.
Where do most of the men align, and where do most of the women align, and who control the politics? That's what when we talk about sexual. Like we had a conversation. I brought a conversation to G one time about sexual assault. Just something that I had seen, and I told him, bro, like the politics of today. Is the politics of today will give more benefit of the doubt in a questionable situation to women than they are men. Now here's the problem. In instances when men are falsely accused, men have to go through hell to redeem their image. Whereas
that's what you're talking about, the default.
Yeah, the default.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Now if we lived in another society where on these issues we prioritize, you guys know what I'm saying? It was a little bit different.
Yeah.
Then women would have to go through hell to prove that they had been raped or sexual assaulted and blase squad.
Correct.
There wouldn't be this automatic guilt on the supposed perpetrator.
Correct.
I'm just saying, I'm just giving you the basic rundown. You know what I'm saying? Just giving you the basic rundown. So that's on the issue of sex that's going to be the division. You know what I'm saying? Like right now, you got. I'm gonna give you another example. You got praying in school. Some people don't like that. Some people don't like that.
Not unless you're at one of those Christian or
unless and everybody kind of agrees to that.
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah.
But then when we're talking about in public schools or like in other public settings, people are gonna have an issue with that because like why are we taking your interpretation of faith and not mine?
Yeah.
But it's the politics, right?
Yeah.
It's the same reason why people kept assuming that Barack Obama was Muslim. Why? Because it was like we can probably get more Christians to not like him if we say he's that. Because we don't live in a country where Muslims make the majority, or they have the majority sway in terms of politics. And so on that issue, whoever's the majority on that, you get what I'm saying? So that's what I'm like, bro. Like as far as like the what we are talking about in terms of this whole vaccination, I'm really skeptical of where people are getting their information about their issues with the vaccine, and because I'm like, why this one? Why this one? Why this one? Why this particular issue?
But
because anybody who's paying attention anybody who's been paying attention to the politics of this country over the last 20 years, and particularly over the past 10 years, would have saw, well, as soon as Trump came into office, already knew they're gonna make an issue out of this, because it's ripe. It's right to rile up a group of people who don't want to believe in the vaccine, and people wonder why we didn't reach the vaccination rate or whatever. It's because people been bad mouthing it, and then now you got Republicans. Now they own it, right? So they scored their points. Now they want to clean up on the back end.
Correct.
Come on, bro.
But you got to divide them.
You see politics play out in public, and it's like, y'all see what they doing? They playing in your face.
NFL too.
And
if you look at NFL, you got main stars. You got Hopkins. It's a few guys we can name out. And
it's funny. They didn't want to take a knee. They didn't want to support Colin Kaepernick, but because they had mouths to feed. But now, when it comes to this vaccine, supposedly these mouths have already been fed.
So that's what you saying?
I'm just saying. It's like. Sometimes it's like let's keep it a buck, you know. Sometimes we need to admit when there's certain hills that we're not willing to die on. And I think on this issue, I think this is not the hill I want to die on. On this issue of this vaccine, this is not the one. This is not where I'm like going to plant my flag and say this is it. You know.
Well, just to let you know, they already kind of made the point to say, hey, we got your vax people, and then you got your unvax. But some of the NFL players said, hey, listen, I'm not faulting my guy just because he don't want to get the vaccination. So it's not.
Coaches too.
Well, coaches as well. So you got some people on the fence about it saying, hey, you know what? I ain't tripping. I understand. I feel them. But then you got the other people like the top of the chain, the owners, we want everybody vaxxed, or we gonna start, canceling games, and like it's created a divide already.
But part of it is also to why do the owners feel like that? Why they got to do that, right?
Of course.
It's liability.
No, of course.
You know what I'm saying?
No, they're thinking about their bottom line at the end of the day.
Yeah, but they're also thinking about the bottom line, and they're also thinking about the insurance. Like in terms of they're not trying to pay out all this money if it was the other way around.
We got it.
You see what I'm saying?
But you still.
So you got to ask yourself the question then: why would these owners do that? Is it just simply